Paying yourself first affects all areas of your life. If you want to learn the secret the rich use to stay ahead in everything, then keep watching. Welcome to Learn, Inspire, Achieve, where we teach you a new way of thinking and living. Subscribe for more of the best tips and tricks on personal development and entrepreneurship. Pay yourself first was a term coined by George Samuel Clayson, an entrepreneur in the early 1920s. This term means exactly what it sounds like. Pay yourself first. Before buying or doing something else, make sure you have paid yourself first, or you have figured out what you want to do first. This is the secret the rich use to stay on top of everything in their lives, and it's how they don't fall behind. Paying yourself first in this sense is more about assessment and expectations than it is about material wealth. This ideology is mostly used in the world of finances and wealth, but I've found that it can be used in other areas of life as well. With that being said, in this video, I'm going to show you some ways you can audit your life, figure out what you want, and pay yourself first so that you don't have to pay later down the line. Number 1, physical health. Probably the area of life that is most neglected is physical health. It seems that for lots of people, including me, health is something that we don't have time for. We are too busy waking up late to go to the gym, too busy scrolling through social media to eat a healthy breakfast, or too busy working to rest our minds and watch some Grey's Anatomy. It's very scary to think that we are too busy with other things to make time for the one thing that will help us do other things, and that's our health. There are some things about our health that we can't control, but then there are things that we actually can control. Perhaps you want to have a six-pack, or you just want to feel your body again. Whatever the case may be, take some time to think about what you want for your body. Make your own meals at home, exercise at the gym 3 times a week. It's your choice how your body turns out 40 years from now. Number 2, mental and emotional health. In accordance with your physical health, your mental health is just as important. Quite frankly, if your mental and emotional health is messed up, your life is going to be messed up as well. If you can't get things straightened out in your mind, you're going to have a hard time getting things straightened out in your life. Today's generation has an interesting habit of not taking their mental health seriously. But if you want to pay yourself first and take ownership of your life, you need to understand that your physical, mental, and emotional health is important, and how you steward them is important as well. This area of life is what determines whether or not you succeed in the other areas. Whatever your goals may be, you will never be able to achieve them if you're having health issues that could have been avoided had you gotten serious about your body and mind. You will not succeed if you are not mentally and emotionally strong. This world will not welcome you with open arms, so you need to develop thick skin, force your way in, and make things happen. Number 3, relational. When it comes to your friendships with other people, it's good to ask yourself what kind of people you want to surround yourself with. Nothing's wrong with having fun and doing cool things with your friends, but are they also bringing value to your life? Are they encouraging you to grow? Are you encouraging them? The purpose of friendships is to gather together, live life, and to grow at the same time. If your friends aren't holding you accountable to your goals and dreams, and aren't interested in seeing you succeed in what you were put on this earth for, it may be time to start surrounding yourself with some different people who are action takers. Are you setting healthy boundaries with the people you're surrounding yourself with? Even though it might be a little awkward, talking boundaries with your friends can help keep peace in the relationships, and it also shows that you both are serious. Are you really connecting with your friends? It's one thing to have company, but it's another thing to have people you really connect and bond with. Deep relationships are what cause people to encourage others to grow, because the more you know a person, the more you care for them. You also need to take this a step further and ask yourself what this looks like in a romantic relationship. The area of one's love life is the weirdest, most delicate thing to talk about, probably because it's so unpredictable. If you don't have some sort of standards for how your spouse should treat you, you're in for a heartbreak. It's not that you should have ridiculously high standards for every aspect of your future spouse, but you should know the kind of person you want to marry. You may already have a type, but now let's look at their character, who they are as a human being. Will your marriage please God? Will you choose to put your marriage above your job and your children? Do you even want to have children? Where would you want to live with your future spouse? Asking these questions now before you start seeing anyone can help you stay away from getting your heart broken. And if you're already married, where do you and your spouse see the next years of your lives? Are you guys staying consistent and spending time together so you don't grow apart? These are questions you need to ask and figure out in your relationships. Number 4, financial. Paying yourself first financially means one thing: when you get paid, you should have an automatic system for saving and investing. In other words, as soon as the paycheck hits your bank account, money is already being deposited into savings and investment accounts before you spend any of it on bills or other things. Having an automated system is a great thing because you don't even have to think of it. That's why figuring out your budget is an important thing to do as well. That way you know how much money you can save and invest every month. The reality is living and hustling like you're broke leads to financial freedom. You just have to make the choice. Number 5, spiritual. Probably the biggest decision you will ever make. Your spiritual health is so important because it literally frames your mindset for what happens after you die. And what you believe about the afterlife is what will determine the life you live on earth and the being of who you are as a person. For me, as a follower of Jesus, I believe that whoever believes in him will enter heaven. So that belief frames my thinking, which frames my actions, which frames my life. I love Jesus and I look forward to meeting him one day, so I live my life in a way that glorifies him while I'm on earth. For someone else of a different religion, or their lack of belief in any religion, whatever they believe in or whoever they worship will determine how they live their life on earth, what foods they eat, who they marry, where they live, etc. We have been given the freedom to choose the path that we go in life, so we cannot force each other to choose what we believe to be true. However, it's vital to understand what you choose to believe because your entire mindset of death will be affected, and in turn what you value and do with your life will be affected as well. So choose wisely, my friends. Number 6, intellectual. This is the area of your intellect or personal development. Now, personal development in some ways goes hand in hand with your spirituality. However, I'm referring to your growth as a human being, your potential and your capabilities. Maybe you want to be a better leader in the workplace. If that were your goal, you'd read books on how to build management skills, or maybe you would seek out advice from great leaders that you know. If you're like me, maybe you want to learn a new language. The best way to do that is to expose yourself to that language by taking classes or watching movies. Personal development is anything that you do that grows your mindset, your ability to perform, your quality of life, really anything that pertains to your growth and intellect. This is super important because your personal development affects all the other areas of your life. Your growth as a human being will dictate your actions and the way you respond to certain situations, as well as your income, your health, and your beliefs. You must know the kind of person you want to be and make an identity shift to become that person. That is all for this video. If you enjoyed this and found some value from it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you haven't already. We post content on entrepreneurship, wealth creation, and personal development twice a week, and you don't want to miss out. I will see you in the next video.